Bro, it's the same thing you keep talking about all the time. Speed and athleticism is just a killer for this team. And you know, I'll say this, and we'll get into it later. Josh Hart is certainly missed right now, man, in this rotation.
Listen,
For some of you that take this man for granted, he is surely needed, man. We need some grit out there.
the grit is gone. They're looking soft. They're looking flabby and sick. They're looking slow, lethargic, no energy. Mental lapses left, right, and center. And not even the defense. I mean, how about just throwing a ball all over the place?
Jeez, man.
What are we doing right now?
Nothing.
I mean, talk about a slump. This is brutal. And you're right, man. Speed and athleticism kills, and this is why I was concerned about this game, second night of a back-to-back. This is probably, of all teams in the league right now, this is probably the last team you want to see on the second night of a back-to-back.
And we got one more with them out of the four.
And on second night of a back-to-back.
Yes.
You know, they want to play the proximity game, but you know what? You play who's in front of you, Alex. And tonight, you want to talk about so many ways they got carved up tonight. Whether it was effort in not closing guys out, the lapses, the mental lapses, going below screens on Tyrese Maxey, drop coverage against Tyrese Maxey. 1 minute, is Cap and Clarkson, are we playing zone, we play man? We got guys putting two on the ball with Quentin Grimes, leaving Tyrese Maxey wide open. The same screen. Whether it was the double screens at the top of the key or the simple Embiid screen, Max either gets him in the drop coverage, whether it's Towns or Mitch, or he sees Cap, whether it's Cap, Deuce, doesn't matter. They're all getting cooked. Give credit to Maxey. He was fantastic tonight. One of the best offensive performances just in terms of versatility and bag that I've seen against the Knicks this year. You let me know what you think. But he was fantastic. And then on top of that, Al, to add insult to injury, you gave up 52 points to Edgecombe and Embiid, who killed you. Paul George taps on another 15. They shoot 47% from three. I mean, this thing is leaking all over the place, bro.
It is so frustrating, man. This is just so frustrating because this is the thing, CP. 3 games, this 3-game losing streak, it has been the same thing over and over and over and over again. And the speed and athleticism about the youth it's there between all these teams. The Hawks, Spurs, Sixers, they all got it, man. They all got it. They got the wingspan. They got everything that is the kryptonite to the New York Knicks. But on top of that, you don't do yourselves any favors whatsoever when you can't guard the three. And that's the thing that's been happening for these last 3 games. They're not guarding the three, man. They're not guarding. Whether it's Champagny, whether it's the Hawks, whether it's the Sixers, it does not matter who's in front. Who's in front of these guys, man? We just allow everybody to look like Steph Curry out there and Klay Thompson. It's disgusting. I saw a lot of tweets saying Mike Brown's got to figure it out. Yeah, he could he could create a new scheme where guys are just guarding the perimeter. But you know what also needs to happen? Guys need to be aware of what's going on the court. Like, do you really need a coach to tell you, hey, man, maybe we should not let Tyrese Maxey go off for 3? Maybe we should not let Justin Champagny go off from like, if you need a head coach to come out there and be like, yo, let's not have this happen, I don't know what to tell you, man. Then the IQ of the team is just down the toilet. But there's more to it, man. There's more to this thing because you can talk about the plays, everything, but it's just a kryptonite, man. We do not have guys that can keep up with the speed and the athleticism of that. That's just period, man. And when you have a backcourt that is Maxey, Edgecombe, Grimes, and McCain hasn't even really got started.
Hasn't really been doing it.
He hasn't done anything yet. He's just coming back from injury. He's still trying to get his footing in the league. And look, Grimes went 4-10, got his 10 points tonight. But still, like, his speed, his ability to get downhill, his ability to just, like, cause chaos. Like, when you have all 4 of those guards, like, there's no stop for this team. And you can have Deuce McBride, best perimeter defender that we got on this team. But you need effort from Bridges and you need effort from OG too, man. These guys are getting cooked. They're getting flambéed. There's no resistance.
They're getting cooked. Brown went with the desperation move and blitzed them late with OG and Towns, put two in the ball to try to just disrupt a little bit of rhythm. Seemed to be all for naught, or maybe a little bit too late. But the coverages were just embarrassing, man. Like I said, it was just absolutely embarrassing. Just from the simple, Embiid, two-man game with Maxey and Embiid. Could we see some more of that with Jalen and Cat? I digressed. Or the double screens where he would either get to Jalen, get to the Knicks bigs and drop coverage again. And the impressive thing about Maxey is that, number one, you could see how much stronger he's gotten. Mm-hmm. And Coach Crean, that was one of the things he talked about on his first episode with us, was about contact balance. And he was talking about that in particular with the bigs, and at the time about like Julius Randle, like how he's a guy who maintains that balance even playing through physicality. Like you see that with Tyrese Maxey, man. I mean, bro, that for a guard, man, like that was some of the most impressive Arsenal I've seen. And then on top of that, the way that he's able to process while still going 100 miles per hour is insane. That is absolutely insane. So, tip your cap where it's due, because there wasn't anybody stopping him tonight. But I think it just, from even like just seeing how disconnected they were, it's an issue and it's a concern. And once again, you're going into Detroit on Monday. You're going into the belly of the beast on Monday against the number one team by record in the East, who's also athletic, with speed, with toughness, with physicality. And by the way, they're circling this matchup, ready for you. Ready for you.
If the Knicks are not ready for Monday, it could look ugly, man.
This is the same type of situation. Guard play, athleticism, paint points, rebounding, offensive rebounding. Where are they at in offensive rebounding this year? They might be second.
Let's see where the Pistons are in offensive rebounding right now. The Pistons are third, above the Knicks.
You're coming up against a scrapper who's ready for you on Monday in their building. So the Knicks got some soul searching to do, man. But the defense tonight was an embarrassment. Tyrese Maxey with a game-high 36 points was absolutely sensational. Sixers also got really good performances by VJ Edgecombe and Joel Embiid, who both had 26 points apiece. Paul George chipping in for 15. For the Knicks, you had Jalen Brunson, 31 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Karl-Anthony Towns, 23 points, 14 rebounds. Deuce McBride with 20 points, 5 boards, and 2 steals. Knicks have now lost 3 in a row. Let's get into the key stats of the night, Al. Sixers shooting 54% from the field, including 50% from 3 at halftime. They would finish shooting 47% from 3. So, as I mentioned, all of the individual high scores for the Sixers, but as a team, offensively, there was just no resistance. So, for the Knicks, 40% from 3 and 43% from the field. Knicks did shoot 84% from the free throw line compared to 65% for the Sixers. Knicks lost the rebounding battle, 47-44. The assist battle, Sixers won that by 25-23. It's the turnovers, as I spoke about. That was one of my big ones, man. 16 Knicks turnovers led to 25 Sixer points, and 14 Sixer turnovers led to 20 Knicks points. Points in the paint out, Knicks got schooled, 54-32 once again. And largest lead of the night, 19 for the Sixers, 5 for the Knicks. Sixers a commanding lead, 80% of this game. The key stats of the night, man. Your thoughts?
Yeah, once that second quarter came around, there was no looking back, man. We didn't have a chance. But, big things for me, man. Points in the paint. We talked about rim pressure, man, and how in this one we don't really have perimeter defense. We didn't have any rim protection either. The Sixers getting 54 points in the paint is not a great look for this team. And when I look at some of the numbers of what they do, CP, and going to clean the glass, so just for people out there, there's frequency and there's accuracy. Frequency is just how many times is when I'm looking at defensive shooting, How many times does the team allow somebody to get into the paint to just get an attempt at the rim is what I'm looking at. The Knicks currently rank 22nd in the NBA. So they are one of the worst teams when it comes to giving resistance for teams to take shot attempts in the around the rim. Now, granted, they are actually one of the better teams limiting opponents from shooting at the rim, but still, they just allow a lot of people to get into the paint and then just spread out those passes, man, to find guys open on the perimeter. And so, just seeing that tonight, because one, you get the 54 points in the paint, and then coinciding with that, you get 47% from downtown. So everything that we've talked about early today, man, just getting those paint touches and then knocking down threes. The Knicks defense was just god awful today. Doesn't even matter that the Knicks had 22 second chance opportunities, 22 second chance opportunity points, 54 points in the paint. Sixers shooting 54% from the field. You're just giving them a green light to do whatever they want, man. They didn't have to work for boards tonight. They didn't have to do that much work at all. And what's crazy too is that even though they won the rebounding battle and the Knicks only lost by 3, that's still even disgraceful, man, because they're shooting just shooting so well.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it was the 47% from downtown. It's, again, the theme that we talked about. We opened this week talking about how terrible the Knicks' three-point defense is, and tonight it was no different. From Tyrese Maxey absolutely destroying the Knicks, especially in drop coverage. You had back-to-back plays with Paul George. Like Maxey is one thing at the point of attack, but even off the ball, the miscommunication with OG and Cat, Paul George, just a simple pop out for 3, and his man setting a screen, and the Knicks just being totally late in getting there or communicating to switch to make sure that you're running off a great three-point shooter who, by the way, is wide open. So these are the things. These are the issues that continue to bedevil the Knicks. And 47% from downtown is unacceptable, especially when you look at how the Knicks were giving up those threes. To me, that's an effort thing. And that's what they need to tighten up. But they tired legs from the night before. Okay, I'll give you that. But on a whole, these things, it's not just tonight. These things have been pretty consistent, which is why the Knicks defense is in the state that it's in. So we got to tighten up here. All right, but either way, man, key stats of the night, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you guys by KnicksFanTV.com, man. Head over to KnicksFanTV.com, your one-stop shop for KFTV merch. That's right, man. If you guys are looking for KFTV merch, whether it's hoodies, bundles, the bundles are doing very well, man. Shop the bundle packs where you can get more bang for your buck, whether it's a hoodie, a hat, and a towel, t-shirt, sticker pack, and a towel. Head over to KnicksFanTV.com right now. Shop your bundle packs. You also have new Replay Gang merch. We will have our 100K subscriber t-shirt coming up soon. Gritty tees. It's all there for you, KFTV.com. And then on top of that, you can also, at the top here, you can click on newsletter, and that's where you have outstanding write-ups by our KnicksFanTV.com team. KFTV Jeff, KFTV Omar, Remy's Recaps, Alex. Shout out to the entire team that contributes here on a regular basis, man. Some really good writing here. So make sure you guys check us out. And the newsletter is a way to not only tap in with what our .com team is writing about, but also to stay up to speed on KFTV events like our watch parties, our events, our out-of-town meetups, and things of that nature. So when you go to KnicksFanTV.com and you click on newsletter, you just drop your email in here, and there you go. You get it in there for free. We don't spam your email box or anything like that. Just straight quality content whenever it comes about, and news about Knicks Fan TV. So that's just another way to keep up with us, because you just never know. One day, hey, YouTube might be down, another platform might be down, but your email might be up, and that's a great way for us to keep in contact. So we encourage you guys to head over to KnicksFanTV.com, sign up for the newsletter, shop your merch, get your hoodies out while it's still cold out. And we got you guys covered.
Frustrating loss.
Yeah.
There are a few things that really stuck out to me tonight. And obviously everybody's harping on the point of attack defense, which is just atrocious. And I really it was very exemplified in this game, but it happens all the time where, on one end, we're on defense. They're setting screens tonight for Maxey all night. We can't get around him. We're going under him. He's wide open every time. And then on the other end, when we try to set screens for Brunson, Edgecombe's glued to him, and somehow it doesn't affect him at all in the slightest. And he's just glued to Brunson's hip, and I don't understand why on one end we can't defend it at all.
Yeah.
But it seems like every other team is just sticking to Brunson, and it's no one can create space for Brunson off screens, but it's just on the other end we just have no idea what to do. And I mean, it's a huge problem. They need to figure that out. And on top of that, it's second night in a row where, if you guys heard during Allen's halftime interview with Rick Brunson, where Rick Brunson's like shots are affecting guys' mindsets or mentioned something along those lines.
He said have fun, right? He said have fun.
And have fun. And Jalen Brunson said that last night after the game also, where he was like, guys might be getting their minds affected, from missing shots. It's like, that can't happen.
Yeah.
You're not going to make every shot, and that's fine. You don't need to make every shot. It can't be affecting your effort on defense when you're giving up 130 points every night.
That's right.
Yeah, that was bad. And then even on the broadcast, at one point in the game, Knicks got a steal, passed it to Brunson ahead, and Brunson ended up getting fouled on the play on the fast break. But there were like 3 Sixers back.
Yes,
and
Sixers
and Allen
swarmed them, absolutely swarmed them.
Yeah, it was. And, Allen mentioned, he was like, there are 3 Sixers back, and there's no one else on the Knicks running back with Brunson to help him on offense, try to get an easier bucket. And it's like, who wants it more at the end of the day? Like, you gotta like, I know there were some iffy calls, and we all want Cat to get more calls than he does, but like, for everybody. But at the end of the day, you can't be complaining. You got to run back. I mean, you're not going to beat teams like this, especially the Sixers, who, I mean, Maxey looks like he gets shot out of a cannon every time he's running up the court.
He was great.
I mean, he's phenomenal, and he's ridiculously fast, and obviously stop guys like that. I think he's like 3rd in the league in scoring right now. But
yeah,
you gotta show more effort. The defense needs to be more disciplined, and I do agree with you guys. I think Hart coming back just from a physicality standpoint will help to some extent. But even when he was there, we were still giving up a lot of points. They got to figure that out.